And many of YouTubers and co-learners, they speak very well. So I try to copy them, and sometime I try to get the way of speaking there, how they're speaking. So yeah, it's not easy actually initially. Whenever you take pause,
Yes.
it would not be very big, no, only tiny pause. Tiny means less than small. If you take that kind of pause while speaking, that you are speaking definitely would be impact to others. They don't see inside them, but they give instruction others all the time. And in Hindi also there is very famous, you can say kahavat, I can say proverb. Free के advice हर कोई देगा, like this. You'll get the free advice from anybody. Suppose if you are suffering from cough and cold, or if you are under the weather, right, and someone comes, use your relative, your neighbors, they automatically they give you advice. Take the water, you try to take the warm water.
I think in today's time, this is the biggest challenge for us. Like we just lose our temper, we become impatient on petty issues. I think it happens. I think most of us. So and we do not pay too much attention on this is something we must because our children are also looking up to us. What kind of behavior we possess, definitely they will also copy us, and they do not go by preaching. They definitely see how we are acting, and they will also behave like us. And not for
Definitely.
them even. I think we must try to improve every time because we cannot take a right decision. If every time we become impatient, each and every time whosoever I converse with, I try to gain from that person, like whatever small things I feel that I'm lacking, I try to ingrain those things from
Yes.
that person. So this way I think I'm improving a lot.
Even I spoke many people till now, but who said I'm the perfect, they also do the mistake while speaking. Because when we speak in flow, that time automatically we do the mistake. And we don't know we are making the mistake. When we listen a recording, then we got to know, oh, I did mistake here.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Very good afternoon. Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Yes, I'm also doing well. I know that you are quite busy, that you have to, you have to see your work also. And apart from that, you are handling your YouTube channel also. That's why, sometimes it becomes difficult for you. You are, I think, juggling your work and your YouTube channel. So today
Yes,
I
yes,
have
yes.
got chance to connect with you. It's my
Actually, usually I get free in the evening time or at night time after 9.
okay.
Sometime I get free at around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. So that time I have conversation most of the time,
Okay.
or at night. But because today is Sunday and I didn't go to my uh, workplace, so that's why I joined you. And it was long time you were thinking.
Okay. So
You were thinking, I don't know what you think.
yes, yes.
Okay, so
No,
we
no,
are
no. Actually, I have been watching your videos on those groups. So since then, I was making up my mind to converse with you, but I was not getting chance. That's why first I made you, and after getting means no response from your side, then I message you personally after seeing your conversational video on groups, WhatsApp groups.
thank you so
That
much.
I then I come to know that you are quite busy with your work. I can
Okay,
very well understand. And
great.
sir, one more thing, like I want to learn from you, like while you speak with so much of like you give so much of pauses and you present your thoughts in a very what can I say? Like it's in your nature or what, but you give in a very slow way. How can I say? I'm not getting how to make that sentence. But I also want to impart the way you speak. Like the way you speak, everybody understands. There's so much of patience while you speak, while you answer someone. So I think I also want to know like how do you speak? Whenever I speak, I start running like a train, which I want to improve in myself. I also want to speak like in a peaceful way, calm way, so that everybody understands my point. But out of excitement, many times I run very fast. So how to control that? How do you speak? How do you the way you speak? How do you manage this? Like, or is it ingrained in you?
What happened actually when you speak. This is the problem with every Indian. When we start speaking in English, automatically we get, we speak fast, like tuck, 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 tuck. It happens. But when you got experience and when you have, conversation with many people, then you know how to control on your words. And when you get to know that day you will be, I mean, you will get something, I mean, you achieve something in the context of English or in your English skills or your English communication. So yeah, this is my, actually you can say, naturally I speak like this, but not when I started English. That time I also used to speak very fast, but now I try to control on my words. But still I want to, I want to learn many things. But I'm till now, I think I have around more than 50 people I have a conversation till now. So I learn many things from, co-learners, how they speaking, how they pronounce the words, how they producing the words, and many of YouTubers and co-learners, they speak very well. So I try to copy them, and sometime I try to get the way of speaking there, how they're speaking. So yeah, it's not easy actually initially, but your English is good. You don't think more, and don't take overburden or overwhelming on your your brain or your mind. Don't think like that. You speak well. So this is the, everyone has the different style, and you don't try to copy anyone else. What will happen? You will lose your own style if you try to copy more and more others. So don't try to others, but you can you can learn how they are speaking correctly. First, we have to work on our pronunciation. Pronunciation plays vital role when you speak English. Not even in speak English, any language. Suppose I am speaking Hindi. You won't believe from where I am. I am from UP, from district Bijnor. How we speak Hindi, you won't believe. We speak like कहाँ को जा रहा है, क्या कर रहा है, क्या खा रही है, समझ ना रही है. So like this we speak. If I speak Hindi like this, you cannot understand. So same way in English also, when we speak English, the words, whatever words we are telling or we are speaking, it should be correct. Try to pronounce the words correctly. Automatically, to whom you are having the conversation or to whom you are talking, he or she can easily understand. Yeah, this is the thing only.
Yes, because it happens with me. Like many times when I listen to my recorded video, means I could have spoken much better, but just because in a bit to speak fast, just because I'm speaking very fast at that time, I could not say the correct I'm not saying correct sentences. I'm not able to convey my thoughts properly the way I could have. Means whenever I listen to my recorded video, I try to learn every time from my recorded video where I have done mistake and how can I improve it. Like I could have presented in a more better way if I speak with giving pauses and in a more slow way. So that's what I think. Like every time I try to, I try to improve myself. How can I improve? In which way can I improve? Then I saw your video. So I found you very good, like the way you speak. So I was always thinking, where am I doing mistake? How should I improve? After seeing your video, I could have connected, my way. Like I should speak this way. Only this way I can present my thoughts in a more better way. I come up with, more good words, which I already know. In a bit to speak fast, I always, forget all those words. When you give pause and when you speak slow, you try to remember those words and you can use them also.
Have you ever listened Alina Reis?
Yes, yes, yes.
How she
She's one of my
speaks?
favorites.
How she speaks?
Yes, yes, yes.
All the time she
Very
takes,
slow.
yes, she takes tiny pause or sometimes small pause. Whenever you take pause,
Yes.
it would not be very big, no, only tiny pause. Tiny means less than small. If you take that kind of pause while speaking, that you are speaking definitely would be impact to others, and you will get the good value from the people, good response from the people. But only first co-learner I found you. You are praising my style and my speaking, but still I didn't get any comment from others. Yeah, when I talk over phone, that time I get good comments. People think I am 28 years old, like that. I am younger than my age. They think like that. Many times I get this comment when I speak over the phone. but it's not like that. I'm 40 years old.
Yes, yes. Like the way you speak, it reflects your personality also. Like, the way you speak with so much of patience, I think you have that kind of personality also in your real life also. That, reflects somewhere when we speak. Like I used to be very much in my previous time. Now I'm improving a lot. In my previous times, due to my health issues, I was very much impatient. But as with the passage of time, I'm trying to improve myself. Like I want to get rid of all kind of problems which I had earlier. I'm trying on each and every kind of small things which troubles me a lot. Now I want to become a refined person. I want to become a better person of my old version. So that's what, along with learning English, trying to improve myself as an all-rounder person.
And this is really good. You are working, day by day or gradually you're working on yourself. And this is really very good. People all the time, we try to, get lacking from others, in others. Not, we don't see inside. But this is the very good way if you are going to learn anything. First, you have to see inside you. Then you give instruction others. Generally, most of the Indian people, they do like this. They don't see inside them, but they give instruction others all the time. And in Hindi also there is very famous, you can say kahavat, I can say proverb. Free ki advice har koi dega, like this. You will get the free advice from anybody. Suppose if you are suffering from cough and cold, or if you are under the weather, right? And someone comes, use your relative, your neighbors, they give you advice. Take the water, you try to take the warm water, lukewarm water. Some will say you apply some ginger in tea. You take that tea. So what is this? Even though you don't give to anyone free advice, or if you don't have complete knowledge, don't give advice to others. And this is the human tendency of Indians. But if you go some other country, there is no, they are they all the time they focus on their self only. They don't care others. Because I visited many countries also, so I noticed that, I observed that. This is very good, you are working on yourself. Because initially it happened with me also. I could not control on myself. Many times I used to scold my kids, but I controlled. Slowly, gradually, it will be work. But we have to control all the time, and we have to be passionate. And because I'm Muslim, and some mantra you can say, I used to do that mantra to get the calm. Because when my father-in-law, sorry, my father-in-law said, give me that mantra, one two lines, and he gave me. Whenever you get short, aggressive, that time you have to read these two lines, and automatically you will be calm. Yeah, I used to read or recite those lines many times. But now, by the grace of God, now I am in the control. Yeah, sometime, because we are human being, after all,
Yes,
so sometime we can lose our temper.
yes, because I think in today's time, this is the biggest challenge for us. Like, we just lose our temper, we become impatient on petty issues. I think it happens, I think most of us. So, and we do not pay too much attention on this is something we must, because our children are also looking up to us. What
Yes,
kind of behavior we possess, definitely they will also copy us. And they do not go by preaching. They definitely see how we are acting and they will also behave like us. And not for
definitely,
them even, I think we must try to improve every time, because we cannot take a right decision if every time we become impatient or on small things we just lose our temper, means we cannot handle our life properly, whether we are in job or at home. So I feel like this is something we must mitigate. We must to try to control over it. Only then I think, not regarding career, regarding in relationship also, we can maintain our relationship also in a better way. That's what I have experienced with the passage of time. So
yes.
I feel like I should not improve regarding my learning journey. I should improve in every way.
Yeah, that is good. If you are improving in all the things, you are working on your, temper, your patience. So you will become a complete, personality. That is called personality development, actually, when we
Yes.
work on ourselves. How, our gestures, our postures, our temperament. So if you are working on that, we will become like a whole complete package of, you know we can we can present ourselves in front of anyone that time, and from anybody you will get the good compliment, or good value from the people. So this is the thing. If you speak politely in front of anyone, definitely if someone is provoked, or someone is in different mood, his mood will change automatically if you speak politely or with the humble. So definitely you will get the value from others. So I am saying as per my experience, because I did a lot this thing many times. So you have done BA, right? So are you working somewhere
Yes, yes.
as a teacher, I think?
No, I used to work, but due to my health issues, yes,
Okay.
yes, I was a teacher, but there is 8 to 9 years of gap in my career.
Hmm.
So that's why I have found this way suitable to restart my journey. So let's
Okay.
see where do I land up, and after few months I'll see like whether I have to teach online or offline,
Better you will
where
try online,
whatever God planned. But
because I'm planning
so
for the.
definitely right now I think I'm working more on myself.
Yeah, and your English
I'm
is
trying
good.
to,
Your English is good. Your
yes,
vocabulary, your pronunciation, everything is good. So you are basically from Faridabad,
yes.
or from
No,
some.
no, no. Yes, so we are from Rajasthan. My
Okay.
parents were from Haryana and my
Hmm.
in-laws are from Rajasthan. We are basically Rajasthanis. 2 years
Okay.
before we have shifted here. Earlier we were in Delhi.
Okay. Earlier you were in Delhi, so that's why there is no mother tongue influence while speaking.
Yes,
Because most of the
yes,
time, the people who are from
yes, yes,
Haryana or UP or Bihar, whenever they speak in English, we can easily recognize the person to whom we are talking.
yes.
It happens
We get
because
that kind of
this,
accent in their language.
this is not their problem actually. This is the problem of our
Yes,
upbringings, or our where we are living. Like suppose you are from South India, and if you start speaking English, we can easily recognize the person. We are he's from South India. So it happens, but we have to work on that. Easily we can overcome on that, but it takes time,
yes,
because English speaking journey is not
yes, yes,
it's not a short journey. It takes some time. We are many time we are impatient. We are in hurry. Why I'm not improving? Why I'm not getting that kind of fluency? Why I'm not getting the word while speaking? But it takes time, because I've been learning English for 2 years, and now I get
yes,
little bit fluency, I can say. Still I'm not perfect, and I think no one is perfect in this language, because there are many things.
yes,
We have to learn many things still, because I want to become an English instructor.
yes.
I want to become English faculty in
Okay.
future. It's my planning. If from I'll start from the from
Yes,
part time. I'll start. I'm thinking to do that. Let's see what will happen in the future, but I'm planning for that online mode.
yes. Definitely plan something. Definitely, you with your hard work, definitely you will reach. Definitely, we should have some kind of goal,
Yes.
and we should stick to it. Like many times, I also become impatient. Like, why am I not improving? Why am I stick to that level only? But it's all about having patience and keep on learning with consistency. I think only then we can come out with flying
So,
colors. That's why each and every time, whosoever I converse with, I try to gain from that person. Like whatever small things I feel that I am lacking, I try to ingrain those things from
yes.
that person. So this way, I think I'm improving a lot. And after started conversing with people, with their ideas, with their experiences, definitely I'm trying to improve myself a lot. So I think in this way, like I am ever since I have opened my YouTube channel, so it's not about my learning journey. It's about like my overall perception towards me has become changed now. So I think, and definitely, if I definitely I have I want to continue this for years because I want to make my career in this field only right now. What is what I can see. in front of me. And if I will continue, definitely I see myself at another level. I have that much of confidence.
So from where you got this idea, I mean, from where you got the inspiration to learn English?
Actually, 9 years before, when I used to teach in a school, at that time I had that passion. After kids, just to raise them up, I had twins, just to raise them up, somewhere those feelings were suppressed. But as they grew up and as I found little time for myself, then again revived into me. Let's how to, inculcate, how to bring up that passion into me. So this way, I think I found this way very suitable, and this was my best decision when I thought to open this channel, especially 7 to 8 months before. Because before that, I was posting only solo content related to only 30-second short.
Mhm.
And after I saw someone's video and I decided to make up my mind to start conversing, initial videos were very much difficult for me because I used to think that I have been teaching my kids also for so many years, so I'm good at it. But it was not like this, because teaching them literature, grammar is quite different from what you are speaking. So when I handled my first conversation, though I somehow manage it, but I stuck a lot, I fumble a lot, and then I thought that I have to work more and more. So this way, I think I have also conversed with many YouTubers, but still I feel that I have to go really a long way to improve myself, because I still myself feel aspirant. I feel like I'm a learner. It's a never-ending process for me. How much, even though I have started, even if in future I'll start teaching, still I would feel that I have to learn more and more, because I feel like it's a kind of means how much you put water you have to pour more and more.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel. I don't think I will ever be satisfied with myself how much I learn.
But your English and your grammar, your vocabulary you use while speaking, that's very good. There is no problem. There is no any mistake. I observed that still you didn't
Yes.
do any mistake. Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Because whenever I speak, sometime I stuck, and
Thank you.
sometime I don't get the words what I had to say next and next. One after the other. I have this problem, but I'm working on that. Usually, I think afterwards it will be improved like that, as I'm
Yes.
expecting from myself.
Yes.
Yeah, and the second thing is, so how did you start your journey from your schooling?
Sir,
Uh,
that I yes, that passion was already evoked at the time when I was teaching.
okay,
But as there was quite a long gap, wherever I was going, they were treating me. 2 years before, when I started to give my interviews, they were obviously, when you have that much of gap, everybody will treat you as a fresher. So I was
okay.
getting very low salary. So I was not ready for that, because at this point of time, when your children are also grown up
Mm,
and you also reached at a particular stage, you have reached to that age, so it is not acceptable somewhere for you. So I thought,
definitely.
let's improve myself more by speaking more good. This way, I think, because in schools it is mandatory to speak good English for teachers, because
Yeah,
even in smallest schools also parents converse in English, though principal, coordinator, everyone. So I think this is something which a teacher must possess. So I thought, let's start with this. So definitely, if any opportunity come up to me, definitely I would like to avail it. I'm waiting
and
for that.
better you start your own academy. That would be good for you. Afterwards, first you get the
Yes.
job, try to get the job. After getting the job, and after 2 3 years, when you have the that much of amount in the saving, then you can start. Because obviously whenever we are going to start anything new, I mean new business, so it takes some, it required some investment. So to do that investment, we must have the some amount, because we have to ready for that. Because when I started my business that time, it took around 6 months. Up to 6 months, I paid all the things like rent also. I paid from myself only, because I didn't earn anything till 6 months. After that, I was getting started some customers, some clients, and some orders. So like this, we have to be prepared for that if we are going to start. any business because after all, but academy business is too good because one of my friend he's running his
Yes.
academy. Actually, he's a IT engineer and he's running his own academy. He's deliver IT related content like like CCNA, CCNP, those kind of courses, which is related to the networking field. Because I also did work in private companies initially after completing my education or my diploma course. I did 7 8 companies. Already I did work in that. But my IBM was my last company. I was not on the direct payroll of IBM. I was getting salary from the software and data limited.
Okay.
But in the pandemic, I lost my job, and
Okay.
after that, I did not have to do to do anything. But anyhow, that period, pandemic period, gone away, and after that, one question is for me because I went. You can say I was suffering from many things that time because I did not have idea what I have to do now because I didn't do any business before that because I was in the job only and I was getting good salary at that time. But suddenly I lost my job and it was really very crucial time for very bad time for me. But I went through some videos what I can do. Then I got idea, and this work I can do, and because it was related to the designing and little bit designing already I knew that time, but I worked on that and finally I started and I did investment and I took some machines and I started. So like this I started my business. So the main motive is to say you whenever we are going to start, we have to be
Hmm.
prepared for that. And this is the life, anytime we can face any challenge and we have to, ready for that all the time. And we don't know what happened next. So sometime life will smooth, very smoothly. So my one question is
Okay.
to you,
So,
from where you I mean how you learn this vocabulary and good grammar, you controlled on your grammar and you all the time you use good vocabulary, how you have learned this thing?
because sir, I had been teaching to my kids.
Hmm.
Now they are in ninth class. Till now, I have been taken up their English subject so that I keep on learning. I have put them in tuition for all subjects except English so that I can be in touch with that subject. So as I was connected with this subject for so long, for almost 8 years, so that's how I think I know. I do means I it's hard for me to do grammatical mistakes, which are because I know, like just because I had been teaching, and but still I make mistakes. Just in a bit to in a flow of conversation or whenever I speak little fast. So that was the problem which I was discussing initially. Whenever I
Yeah,
listen
correct.
to my recorded video, so there
Mhm.
are few mistakes which I know that it is wrong, but just when I speak fast, so I make mistakes that I want to get rid.
I think have you listened some native speakers?
Yes, yes.
So you
But
have
I hardly understand their essay,
no I
so I try
okay
to avoid.
no I can understand, but
Yes, yes.
the
I do
thing
not get interest.
I want to share one thing to you to get to boost up your confidence. When they speak, they also does mistake. Oh, sorry, they also do mistake somewhere. I listen many native speakers, even US, you from UK, US, Australia. They also do the mistake. So don't worry about that. It's normal. And English is not a first language. So don't worry about that. And don't take initially, when I started our, conversation, in a very first time I told you, don't take overwhelming on your mind, on your brain. Just be relaxed and speak. You are speaking very much. Oh, sorry, very good. It's really tremendous, fabulous. And I don't have word. How can I express that? You are speaking good. And don't take it. You are making mistakes somewhere. It's normal. And even I spoke many people till now. who said I'm the perfect, they also do the mistake while speaking. Because when we speak in flow, that time automatically we do the mistake and we don't know we are making the mistake. When we listen a recording, then we got to know, oh, I did mistake here. So it happens, it's normal, and don't take it very serious. Or but we have to be work on that. And I don't think so you are making, and these tiny mistakes are applicable. It's considerable. We need to wrap up the session here, and it's really
Okay.
nice talking with you.
Yes.
I really impressed with your English,
While
your
talking to you, I
speaking.
really did not come to know when time is passed by.
Thank you,
Thank you very much, sir.
thank
It
you
was a
so
pleasure.
much being here. Okay, bye, take care.